Hello and welcome to another Simtoon's log. Today has been a long day. I woke up early in the morning and I didn't sleep too much, but it's been a productive day. I've finally managed to get the level scaling working, meaning that the scale is now almost as it should be, and the testers can already see that and say for themselves if they like it or not, if they think that the scale is okay. And I've also tweaked the lighting in the server rooms, included some optimizations in the latest testing build, so it should perform better on most machines, and if not all, well, because those optimizations were pretty generic, it should be able to run well on anything now. Anything that can run Windows 10, give or take, should be able to run a Rackjacker, even ARM64. I tried running it on my Mac in a Windows 11 virtual machine. A virtual machine that translates from AMD64 to ARM64 and can run software from AMD64. So I was very amazed that it actually worked and I was able to launch the game. It was very laggy, granted, but it was on my MacBook Air with the M1 processor, which is the ARM64 architecture, and it ran. So I mean, the latest version is very likely to run pretty well, and I'm gonna try that at some point in the near future and maybe stream it, and we'll see. But it ran, which when I saw that, I was like, wow, man, like this is like the technology and like the progress we've made as the human race in the last couple of years. And imagine, like 10 years ago, people thought that like gaming on Linux or in general, like on ARM64 systems, people were like, nah. And on a separate issue, gaming on Linux, people were like, no, I mean, I can play Snake or maybe like Sudoku on a Linux machine, but nothing beyond that. But last year, with the Steam Deck and the large investment from Valve and certain other developers, mainly open source developers, that have, for example, ported drivers for GPUs. There's so much progress. They've made so much progress that now you can run most modern games on a Linux machine. Games like pretty much all GTAs, Fallout series, Deus Ex, League of Legends, I don't know, Fortnite, guys. I don't play that, but you could run it. Elite Dangerous, I play Elite Dangerous. Odyssey, it can run on Linux. I haven't tried it myself yet, but I saw many videos, and a guy even used these various tools that you can connect it to. Well, what is it called? For example, like the joystick flight controls, like actual flight controls connected to the game. So all that on a Linux machine. And I was amazed. And now, like the Steam Deck running Arch Linux by default, and you can run most games there. And Proton, that's the pronunciation, Proton. It's awesome. Like, and I remember myself that like 4 or 5 years ago, I tried running Fallout 3 on a Linux machine. I think it was Debian, and I was like, oh man, it's crashing. It doesn't work very well. I played games a lot back then, and I was very sad, and I went back to Windows on my primary machine. And today I would have no reason to, within the gaming sense. I mean, I have to run Windows because of Unreal and some other tools that I use for my work. But without that, I would never. And if they finally, like Epic, please, like if they only could make it work under Linux, I would be very glad, but unfortunately that hasn't happened yet. Unreal under Linux doesn't run very well, at least from my experience. So I was very disappointed by that when I tried it. And you cannot even cross-compile for Windows, which technically you could, while on Windows you could cross-compile for Linux, and I tried that, it works, but not the other way around, which is sad because it is technically possible. Like maybe using the same principles as we run games Windows games on Linux, so it could definitely work. Might be worth looking into personally, but currently I don't have time for that. A lot of work with Rack Checker. So also I'm not sure how this log is gonna sound. I'm using a different mic, trying out a little bit different configuration. So we'll see, but I'll do whatever I can to make it sound nice. So today a lot of work done, close to issues, and tomorrow I have a 2-hour shift in my part-time job, so I'll have to go there on my bike, do that. And other than that, I'll work on the authentication system in Rackjacker, polish it, work on level design. And today I've worked a lot, but tomorrow I would like to work a little less and stream Fallout, perhaps another episode of the Fallout 3 Super Modded series. We'll see, but I would really like to do that. I said yesterday that I would do it today, but there wasn't any time, so we'll see about tomorrow, but hopefully I will be able to do that. And I'm working on getting a decent camera for my streams, because I realized I don't even have a webcam, so when calling with people, they can't see me, so I would get a decent not technically a webcam, probably a decent camera that I would just hook into my computer, but definitely a camera, and then use that camera in streams. And also I'll be getting a boom mic with the boom arm, because I hate having my mic on this little tripod that I have just being placed on my large desk. This new desk, awesome, by the way. I definitely recommend it. It's from IKEA, and it wasn't too expensive, but it's insanely large and you can put a lot of stuff on it. But this mic on this tripod, it's so if you really want them to hear you, have to either turn it up, to turn up the sensitivity, dial it up, which introduces a lot of noise, or get very close to it, which is not comfortable, because then you're too close to your screen, and that's not good for your eyes, obviously. So I really need to get that boom mic and just have it above my head, which is gonna be infinitely better, obviously. And the second mic that I'm using right now is a part of my headset, a headset that I actually discarded some time ago, because the little over the ear things, like the speakers, but the entire part of the headphones, I don't know what it's called, but it's too large, so it's not comfortable to wear. But I'm using the mic on this headset, and I have it on my neck, sitting on my neck, so that works. But I have to get that boom mic, because the quality of this mic is probably not very good. I can even see that the input is very low, and that's probably because of the what is it called, input impedance of this mic, I guess, if I remember correctly. But anyway, so definitely getting that, and a new GPU, as I mentioned, and a couple of new monitors. I still have only this one, so that's not effective when you want to work on multiple things, or just have, for example, a reference video or table or anything, and you need to look at that, and you don't want to alt tab all the time, which is slowing you down. So see you tomorrow, and probably in that Fallout 3 Super Modded series stream as well, but we'll see about that. So see you, have a nice day, peace out, bye.